Hello everyone, Josh MC2000 here, and today I've got a video for you all on DCeased Dead Planet issue 1 and 2. And we've got some things to talk about before we start. Most notably, DC have been doing a fair number of layoffs recently, so I'm not sure what's up with that, but I guess we'll find out over time. And they've announced that Teen Titans and that are going to be cancelled, but hey ho, we're not here to talk about that today. We're here to talk about DCeased Dead Planet issue 1 and 2, written by Tom Taylor, and the usual suspects. Now, the opening of issue 2, this is not really a spoiler, but like within the first 5 panels, Roy Harper gets absolutely toasted. Like, if I had to compare this to a video game difficulty this death, it would be that Roy was playing on Extra Crispy. If any of you guys have ever played Blood, you know what I'm on about. Anyway, corny game jokes aside, let's get on with this. So, basically, the first issue opens up following two sets of people. You've got the people that left Earth, and you've got the people that stayed behind. The people who stayed behind are pretty much the cast of Unkillables, Harley, Ivy, and other people. They're trying to survive, kind of like a very Walking Dead kind of situation. And then you've also got the people that left and went to space, and they've kind of formed their own Justice League now because they've grown up. You've got Damian that is a bit older now and is basically full-on Batman. And you've got Sandmark, who's become Wonder Woman. You've got Green Arrow still representing the team, like, the OG team, and you've got Black Canary working alongside him. She's still a Green Lantern from the original DCeased. Speaking of the original DCeased, if you've not read it, I will have a buy link for DCeased Unkillables in the description. Very much like what I'm planning to do in my next video. Not going to spoil the surprise what my next video is, but I'm waiting for something to arrive to do the footage with. Anyway, and honestly, DCeased is just consistently good. I don't think we need to spend too much time here talking about it, but it's pretty good, and I'm really interested to see what's going to happen going forward, because it leaves it in a place where a certain character's fate is not known, and we shall find out in the coming issues. We're currently on issue 2 out of 7. Yeah, I know, I'm a little bit late to it. I would have wanted to cover issue 1 when it came out. Oh, and there's a very shocking death at the end of issue 1. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's pretty brutal, and it's a bit of a gut wrencher, because it's like, oh no, they did that to that guy, poor guy. And also in the first issue, there's the revelation that there is the possibility of a cure. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. It could work out, it might not work out. As we know, the majority of the time with DCeased, things don't work out like that. You don't get the happy ending with this series. Tom is very committed to making sure things turn out as bleak as possible. And there's also, in the first issue, there's a nice callback to A Good Day to Die with Constantine, and he carries this box around with him, and he's sat in a bar with it, and you find out that is Chaz's ashes. Which, any of you who know Constantine know Chaz is the guy that drives him around and is probably one of his only surviving friends. That's kind of like his, MO, and you kind of get this scene with John in the first one that's actually kind of pretty sad, and it's well written. Definitely well written. I mean, you can't judge that. And honestly, guys, just DCeased, I know I sound like a broken record here, but DCeased is just consistently good. Get your hands on Volume 1 and Unkillables, and you're still at a point where you can catch up with the issues. There's only 2 to pick up at the moment. So I'd highly recommend you go out, get yourself caught up on DCeased. However, quick FYI, it's not for everyone. If you're not a fan of like zombie stuff, you're probably not going to enjoy it. It definitely leans more into the Walking Dead type thematics than it does the superhero. It's the way I personally describe it is it's like Walking Dead with superhero characters, not a superhero comic book with zombies. Like, it feels more like a Walking Dead type book. And speaking of that, I have read the first volume of Walking Dead. I actually did quite enjoy it. Was planning on doing a video on it, but I decided against it. Anyway guys, that is about going to do it for this video. I apologise, it's not as in-depth as the one that's coming soon, but this is just a little thing to tide you over, because there's been a distinct lack of Marvel around lately, and you guys are going to get yourself a little bit of a shot in the arm of Marvel. We're going to be revisiting a old Marvel series that I've been wanting to talk about. And I'm looking forward to talking about it with you guys, and then we will go on to talk about the new rendition of this series that started to come out. If you guys have been keeping your ear to the ground with Marvel, you probably know what it is I'm talking about, but you guys shall just have to wait and see. Goodbye.